Hello, this is Nathan Hunt with Storm Isle Productions. I've gotten a number of comments on Twitter and from Facebook from people that are interested in knowing a little bit more about the bridging mechanics of Disciples of the Storm and the power system. So I'm doing this short little video to go into a little bit more detail about it. To start with, we have our priest here on the island. That is your little avatar in game that you must make sure doesn't get captured by the enemy player, AI, or another player. We're going to select him and bring up a construction menu. And this is the older construction menu. We currently are replacing the GUI interface in the new build that we're working on. We're going to select construct, and we're going to construct a temple, which wind temple is the one model we have done right now. When you place a temple, you can see a radius is emitted out from the temple that shows how many units it covers. It can power any units that are placed inside this radius. Some units only need one power, others can require up to 2 power icons. So I'm going to select my priest and I'm going to build a workshop next. I'm going to build a rain workshop. Now, one of the questions people have asked me on Facebook and on Twitter is exactly how does bridging work in the game? Well, since the game takes place over in floating islands in the sky, there's no real terrain to walk to, so you have to build bridges to connect everything. So you can select one of the bridge types up in the corner, or using one of the QWAS keys to quick select bridges for placement. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bridge out to one of these mana pools that are floating out over the air. And we'll link up with it. Now when you link up with a storm geyser, a mana pool, it brings that under your control. You can see a little tint was added to the edges, not really noticeable at this stage, as we're right now adding in the team color for islands. We have that working for the mini-map. But you can now bridge out to these mana pools, and when you construct a resource collector like Golem, which I'll build here, he's able to now walk out and collect resources from those pools. You can also do the same with islands, but islands have edge vines that can block bridge construction and link up. So if you link up to an area that has edge vines, you can't really link up with it. So what you do is you look for the areas that don't have vines, and you can link up, and you can see you get the little bridge step going down to the island, which you can then send your priest, construct a shrine, and take that island under your control. I'm going to construct a power generator to show how that can expand your range. So I'm going to put that into production, rain generator. And from the construction bar, place that on the terrain. You see, if I move it outside of the radius of the temple, it will turn black, since it no longer has the power to be placed. When I place it, energy bolt shoots out from the temple and will construct that power generator. So selecting the temple and now the rain generator, we can see that our radius of where we can build has now been expanded out to where this rain generator circle is now. So I'm going to select my priest, and I'm going to tell him to construct a shrine, which we're still using the old outpost model. Our coder's right now getting in the new shrine model. And he'll go and construct the shrine, and the island will now be under your control, so no one else can build on that island. The ultimate goal is being able to monopolize and control the map while trying to capture the enemy priest and bring him back to your island to offer him up as a sacrifice to the Tempests. And you can see on the mini-map, the island in the mini-map changed color, so it's now under our control. Only we can build on this island now. Also, now that the island's under our control, we can directly place bridges off this without having to link off from the home island. So we can now expand outwards to the different islands without having to go through all the mess of building bridges from the home islands out to there. We can just start constructing from here, going up to the next island, creating our network of paths and construction. So it's pretty much straightforward bridging and island capturing that you can do in game, and we still are working on the AI. Right now the AI only really knows how to construct the initial temple and a few resource collectors to start collecting resources and bridging out, but the AI doesn't not at this point know about doing combat. I hope this video has explained a little bit about bridging and the power system and how it works for expanding out and how the generators work. One nice thing about generators is that they can actually be used to blast through enemy bridges, which I'll show here. If you construct a rain generator or any generator, you can have it melt down, which will then destroy bridge sections, and those will crumble, leaving that open so that you can then pass through the area without having to go around, which those will crumble over time and fall into the ether. I hope that you have found this video informative and going a little bit about the gameplay mechanics, and I'm going to be doing a few more that will try to cover a little bit about combat and priest capturing and bringing back to your home island, to your altar. You can find us on Facebook at Disciples of the Storm, and we are currently on Kickstarter at disciplesofthestorm.rts. So we hope you back us on our Kickstarter and follow us on Facebook.